Hi everyone, welcome to another episode from Art of HDR, and I am Ali, and I would like to show you today again an HDR demo. Today I'm going to do one HDR from the photos that I took in Chicago. This is called Chicago Bean Cloud Gate, and it is in Millennium Park in Chicago, and I made a lot of photos of this early in the morning around 5-6 a.m. where there is no one around. You can see it's only me here shooting it, and I just wanted to work on this particular shot, and so these are captured with my D300, and they're about 101 EV steps apart. So they're open in Lightroom. So I select 3 of them, export them to Photomatix to merge them into HDR. I choose the first option, and also this option to re-import back to Lightroom library. When I click process, Lightroom will convert the images into 2 files, then open them in Photomatix Pro and combine them into HDR. And it will directly go to the second step, to tone mapping, after merging it into 32-bit image. And in the main frame you see the settings from the last processing, which looks pretty good actually, but we can go to some of the presets here that are saved by me before, just to see if something looks more spectacular. What I like particularly is the yellowish view. In reality, it's somewhere between this blue and yellow, maybe something more like this, but in this yellow style, it is more dramatic. I guess we can use this one, and maybe if you can check to improve temperature, yeah, it actually gets it even more dramatic. So we will work on the rest of the photo to make it more realistic, but I want to keep the yellowish view throughout the sunrise. So this is, yeah, sunrise shot, and let's check if we get something better here by changing some of these parameters. So if you double click name, it will reset it to 0. I think this looks good. And strength, maybe 100%. Looks a little bit darkish actually. Let's get it a little bit more light. Even a little bit more light and a little bit less strength. Okay, so I think I'm happy with this, and I will import this back to Lightroom to get it further tweaked with first Lightroom, then Photomatix, as you will see. I will do my regular things that I follow. I try first auto. Since I have 2 monitors here, I will just click to watch it in my Mac monitor in the second view. What you see is the view from my TV screen, which has a little bit off colors in terms of brightness. It doesn't show the brightness very well. It shows here relatively brighter than in reality. So when I look at in my Mac view, I see it a little bit darker. So you should also make sure that what you see is really what you will get eventually, let's say, when you make your prints. Okay, so auto trial, let's go back. Increase the contrast. I think it's not bad. I would probably keep it. And let's go through the clarity, apply some clarity. And again, to remind you, with Lightroom 4, clarity became really harsh. So you cannot really go all the way around, and usually 30-40% is good. Vibrance will bring in more colors. We can saturate the colors. Actually, it's getting a little bit off too much. And I will work on the colors overall to make it better. So now let's keep the sharpness, focus on sharpness and other details. So when you apply sharpness, if you hold Alt in PC or Option in Mac, it will show you where the sharpening is applied. This is pretty amazing feature actually. I wish the Photoshop will also have this feature. So I always apply a little bit of noise reduction in Lightroom because it is also another great function. I click Y to see before and after side by side and zoom in, and let's get out a little bit that we see a little bit better. So you can see it's much sharper, pretty better looking view. Just what is off is that really the color. So it's now too yellowish, even it became purple. So let's go to white balance and try auto, what it's going to give to us, which is something more actually natural. But this is also lacking the drama. So let's try manually what we can get. I want to keep the yellow hues. And I want to also remove the purple. Somehow the computing of this is pretty slow. Actually, now it's annoyingly slow. Let's try auto once more and then tweak from there. Okay, so auto actually gives us a good color, dressed. What I'm going to do is now my trick. I will create a virtual copy and then I will give yellow hues into the second one. And then I will actually do a little bit merging in Photoshop to have a little bit of blue sky plus yellow colors of the sunrise. Okay, that looks, I guess, kind of good enough. Maybe a little bit, one touch more yellow. Actually, what we could do is to work on only one photo with using brush tool. If you press K or this sign, it will bring you brush tool and double click effect, zeroing everything, and then increase the white to yellow. And now we can apply to the yellow hue only to the painted area. If you click all on keyboard, it will show you where it is applied. So if you click all, again back. Yeah, that looks actually better. So we can give a little bit more and we can increase the saturation, that the colors becomes really vivid. And I see the highlights are a little bit too much. I can decrease the highlights a little bit more, and clarity can also make it more standing. One touch of clarity. And let's see the areas that we didn't cover. With the wheel, I can change the size of my brush. All again to close the quick mask. Okay, so that looks good. So the rest of the photo is a little bit too blue. So what I'm going to do is to get it a new brush, this time with a little bit less white balance towards yellow. I will paint the rest to get it a little bit closer. All again to get the quick mask view. So the rest also should look yellowish. Okay, I think I like this a little bit more. So let's move to Photoshop. So actually, I'm not going to use this anymore. Or let me see. Actually, it looks still on the bin. It looks better than this one. Okay, let's try to use it. So double click. So choose both of them and then say edit, edit, and open them as layers in Photoshop. So there's both should be open in Photoshop as layers. Okay. So the below one is more yellowish one. So what I'm going to do is add mask to the upper layer, and then I will paint as you click B, it will go to brush tool, and then you choose the foreground color black, and then bracketing tools to change the size. Then I will paint in as black on layer mask. The opacity is 50. Let's make this 100 by clicking 100 on keyboard. And it will increase the yellows because we are now hiding this black area on the upper layer, and it comes from now from the background layer. And if we click /tool, it will show us the mask. And let's also get a little bit yellowish to the other side. So I will decrease the opacity 20 and then paint in more yellow for the rest. I think that looks good to me. Let's merge the layers. Just here a little bit there is a boundary that is disturbing. Let's choose the foreground white, try to hide some of these overly done yellows to blend in more. I think that should be better. So merge the layers by Command or Control E. And now I will first work on the spots. I click Z, click actual pixels, then choose the spot healing by clicking J, the first option. Oops, that was a mistake. So just will wait, then undo, and then holding space, which is not working now. Why it's not working? So normally holding space should give you, spacebar should give you the hand tool. Okay, you can see we have fringes too, which we will fix with Lightroom. Again, back to spot healing tool. I don't understand why the hand tool is not working now. Caps sometimes can cause problem. It's not the caps. Okay, let's try to work like this. Maybe decrease the zoom. With J, okay, I will click on this very clear spots. Okay, this is annoying. Some of this spots on the bean, some dirts, like huge ones here. Can remove some of them. Try to get it a little bit better looking. And tool. Here there is this weird thing. Let's choose again spot tool by J, and then be a little bit bigger, and then try to fix this. Yeah, I think it did a good job, which we don't worry. Okay, spacebar is not working somehow. Again, click hand tool. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. Back to Photoshop. Okay. Fit the screen. I'm curious if it's not working at all or what's going on with it. Let's see. Okay, it's working here. So what is the reason? The space key is not working here. Could it be some change in photography? Keyboard shortcuts. Okay, I don't know actually where it is now. File image layer. It's hard to find. Anyway, let's keep working on the image. We'll go to levels. I will then click auto and see what it does. Yeah, I think it fixed the colors a little bit better, but it did it a little bit more purple, so I can get it a little bit back. Okay, sorry, with the opacity, decrease the opacity somewhere in between. We can zoom in, to see small, to see the overall its effect. Okay, actually this without it, it's better. This looks a little bit too purple. If we go to blend mode and choose luminosity, it will be only changing the luminosity. Okay, that looks better. Again, Z fit screen, and I will check the curves and say apply auto. Again, curves is changing the colors. As you can see, again, I'm not really happy with the colors applied. So what I'm gonna do, therefore, remove these curves, add new curves, and then choose linear contrast, which will improve the contrast. I think it looks much better. And I will go to last brightness contrast, give a little bit brightness and a little bit contrast, and we can see it at this view, and then close and mask. Okay, so I want to just duplicate the window, carry one to my Mac. Then I want to see also as a control there, what is the last view. Yeah, okay, this became too bright. We can decrease the brightness. And I'm still not happy with the purple colors. I will fix it in Lightroom, or we can also do it here a little bit. Let's see. Okay, let's merge the layers. Select all, Control, Command, or Command E, then duplicate, Control or Command J, then choose the burn and touch. And first I want to change this purple colors, kind of try to desaturate them. This looks better. Overall, I want to desaturate around the bean, especially the sky. Okay, I think it looks better now. And we can do some saturation for this building and for this building, some of the parts, kind of selective way, like in a line, that it gives you an impression that there is light hitting some parts and light is not hitting other parts. And let's get it, the sky here better. And I want to go to then some burn, do burn in sky a little bit. And then around, we don't want to get the beam into focus there, or I'm just trying to darken around. And here also highlights are a little bit too strong. We can decrease it by going over with the burn tool. And here there are purple colors, which I will try to fix it later with the Lightroom. And just give a little bit shadow, more shadow to the beam. And go to Dutch, and we can get a little bit more lights inside this to the bean, and maybe a little bit to the lights here, and a little bit of the building, some of the, okay. So there some spots here. We can click J, spot healing tool, and try to remove some of those. Okay, so before and after, before, after. It looks better, but the colors are off because of the purple, which we will fix in Lightroom. Merge the layers, Command Control E, save it, Control S, and we will close the image. Then it should go back to Lightroom with the image imported from Photoshop. And what I will do is just remove these purple colors by going down to select the color, saturation, and purples out, decrease the magenta and purple. And yellows are too strong as well, decrease the yellows. Still, I have some colors here that I don't want. Okay, actually now this looks better than other one because the colors are a little bit more natural. Let's see. Brightness highlights are too bright. Let's see if we can decrease the exposure to get a little bit better looking sky. And maybe we decrease too much here. So I think I just want to decrease overall the saturation on the bin a little bit more by choosing the brush tool, click K, and just decrease the saturation. That's too much, of course. Let's get it a little bit in. We want to get something naturally blending background and the bean. I think that is good enough. Yes, I'm happy with this one. So let's work on these fringes. Okay. And let's zoom 1:1 and to this part. And we go to lens correction. Lens correction, color, remove chromatic aberrations, choose your tool, and then click these lines of purple and green scene. So it's hard. I don't understand the reason, but it cannot remove the colors. You know, if it removes blue, it becomes green, and okay, that looks better. Z out and place this back, which is stupid. Why it doesn't go back by itself? Something they have to fix. A little bit, give the vignetting that gives us a better focus to the bin. All right, so we are ready. Let's export this. Export for 500 px, Chicago, and okay, Cloud Gate. The naming is always tricky because it's hard to think immediately. A name, Cloud Gate. Give me a name, give me a name, Cloud Gate. Cloud Gate, what should be? Reflection, so boring. I know. Okay, so I write this 500px, but I use this, I export it into different, yeah, if I want to use to upload it to online. So I use 900 pixels, 95% JPEG quality, sRGB, no watermark, export. And then I go and export it for Facebook, and that has my watermark, and it says more resolution. Where is watermarking here? Yes, it has my watermark. And finally, I export it as full size for print purposes. And I write this FS full size. That is 95% JPEG, no resizing, sharpening for glossy paper, done. Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for watching today's episode. So we produced from this tree, we produced this one as HDR. So if we choose, okay, something like this. So this is a source image, and this is what we have got finally. Thanks for watching.